Hello, and welcome to the series Vital Knowledge, where we learn about how different things work in Sweden. The 11th episode of the series is called The Workplace. The episode is about social codes in the workplace, how to be a good colleague, and what can be expected of you at work in Sweden. Work in Sweden may have different rules than those who have worked in other countries are used to. It is therefore important that you acquire a good knowledge of your workplace in terms of working hours, breaks, sick leave, and more that we will mention in this video. How coworkers treat each other and what values you have in the workplace is also important to take into account when working in Sweden. Punctuality. Being on time is important both for oneself and so that the manager sees that you take the work seriously, but also so that there will not be a bad atmosphere among the colleagues. You are expected to be ready at your workstation at the time you start, and not just arrive at work at that time. The same is true at the end of the day. Being on time is very important in Sweden. Sick leave. It is important to announce if you are sick so that others can restructure their working day if necessary. It's also important to report absence the right way. Find out how to do it at your workplace. Do you have to call in sick every day? Should you report to the manager? Should you register it in an app? Should you report to the Swedish Social Insurance Agency? If you are to be at home to care for children, you need to report it to both the Swedish Social Insurance Agency and the workplace so that you receive compensation for that day. Transportation to work. Whether by train, car, boat, or bus or bicycle, it is important that you take responsibility for how you get to and from work. You can also carpool, in which case it is important to take time into account and share the cost. Flexibility. In Sweden, it is appreciated if you can be flexible when it comes to your work tasks. If you finish a task early, you can often try to be creative and come up with things on your own that can be good to do. You see things that may need to be done that are not directly stated. Often things that have been left undone for a long time. And if you have nothing to do, you can always ask the manager. Personal matters that need to be attended, such as going to the dentist or having the car inspected, try to put it before or after work hours. Be sure to be prepared in advance when it comes to communicating with your manager and planning changes to your schedule. Motivation and work environment. Just like in the rest of your life, it is important to be positive at your workplace. Work only becomes more boring for everyone if there is a bad atmosphere. But if you feel dissatisfied or unhappy at work, talk to your union representative or your manager. Respect. In Sweden, it is important to show everyone respect at the workplace. It can be really appreciated if you show as much respect to the manager as to the cleaner. Small favors and gestures are appreciated in Sweden. If someone asks for a small favor like picking up a coffee cup or bringing an extra pen from the pantry, it is considered nice to do, even if it's not your job. It's all about making it a smooth and pleasant working day for everyone. This does not mean that you should do anything in a workplace. If you do not know exactly what your duties are, talk to your manager. Fika and breaks. In most workplaces, it is expected that you join in when there is a coffee break or a fika, and that you socialize with your colleagues. A coffee or a short break, you do that together with your colleagues. The lunch break is more free when it comes to what you want to do. Then it is quite common to take a lunchbox with you, go out to eat, or run errands in town. Some important pointers. After you have coffee, you wash the dishes, or put what you used in the dishwasher. It is important to take care of your hygiene, adapt clothes to work, and avoid strong perfumes. And in Sweden, we often greet by shaking hands, the right hand. You have watched the series Vital Knowledge, an early intervention for asylum seeker project financed by the County Administrative Board in Kronoberg County and developed by ABF Kronoberg. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.